We're back in California. The setup is crazy. I'm literally eating right now, and I was like thinking about filming, and I was like, oh, I'll just do it after, and I'm like, you can do this right now because I want to do this right now. I don't really care. We're back in California. This is my studio. You are not seeing what I'm seeing. I don't want to show you. I want to leave it up to your imagination. It's just boxes. Because we had a lot of boxes in the garage, and my brother needed to like park his car in the garage. So they were putting all the boxes in here, but I was randomly last minute was like, hey, I'm kind of moving in. So I just have to like do a lot to come back. I'm kind of forced to be patient right now, and a part of me really doesn't feel like I'm waiting, but also I do feel like I'm waiting. But I'm like, just because I'm not making music physically or whatever doesn't mean that I'm not growing. I need to relax. I think I'm being forced to kind of just be patient. I have to get all the stuff out of here, and then when I get all the stuff out of here, then I can put my stuff in. But I also want to paint this, and the walls are going to be like a really nice green. I'll put some example pictures. Wow. Good. There's only going to be 2 because I already know I have 2 saved, and I'm not going to look for more. 2's enough. You get the point. It's a color. How many more images of a color can I show you that you can? I don't really need to convince you of a color, right? Okay. I'm overthinking. I feel really good to be back here. It's so sunny, and it's spring, and it's just so green and awesome. I really missed it out here, and the second I landed, I felt like realigned. I was like, oh, every manifestation you've ever wanted, you're supposed to be here. Okay? Kind of looking back of what happened / is happening, because I get over things kind of quickly. That's just me of like, okay, what's next? I'm done with part of what's happening, and I'm on the next part of what's happening. I'm very much trying to be in the present. I don't know how to explain this. It's really weird because I feel like I'm rushing, or I'm used to rushing, and part of me is like, hey, we're here right now, and just because you're not anywhere else doesn't mean you're not growing. You want to get to the growth, you don't want to do the growing. But so whatever. But I'm having a good time. I'm trying to see the positives. I'm changing my mindset. I'm trying to be like, hey, you went through a lot right now, by the way. This was not a normal everyday occurrence, and you're doing really well. I know we want to keep doing things, but we need to rest and all this type of stuff. So I'm just fucking dandy, having a great time. And right now the possibilities are so fucking endless because I want to take one of the corners in the wall. And I was looking at like indoor studios, like indoor booths, and those bitches are expensive. I want to start working on this fucking album. I watched something the other day about like Pisces Mars and how we don't have ambition unless somebody's holding us accountable, like if we're employed. And I'm like, yeah, I'm such a good worker when I'm employed. This is crazy to see something like that later, because I was thinking about this a couple weeks ago, and I was like, I wonder what that is. Why can't I take this energy that I have, this drive, this just autopilot doing the best at the thing I'm doing? Because, okay, I'm going to talk myself up. That's true. I picked something up and I'm good at it. Like, that's just what it is. I'm not going to complain, and I am sure you're going to be proud of it if I want to be grateful. Why can't I do that on my own? I can do that on my own. Why have I not yet done that on my own? Words are very important when you speak them. Why can't I? No, I can do this for myself and on my own. Why haven't I done it yet? It leaves the opportunity for that idea to be open. Because if I just sit here and I'm like, oh, I can't do this, and boom, shut down. We put a wall in front of that, and now we're never going to do it. So it's like, no, let's leave the opportunity open. For Pisces Mars, it's that sense of you like the ambition for yourself. Because it's a water sign, it's fluid, you know what I mean? It's very go with the flow. And as somebody that acts on inspiration, I'm trying to learn how to be inspired all the time, right? Because if this is a way that I already am, and this is something I just thought of too. I want to express how important communication is, even if it's with yourself. Because to be honest, I know I'm talking to you when you're watching, right? But in reality, I'm filming this alone. I'm talking to myself. Self-talk is so important, and I want to make a whole video about the power of self-talk. Self-talk is really important because that's just a realization I just came up with, and I wouldn't have gotten if I didn't talk, if I didn't say things. Usually you can think, but like making it physical, turning it into sound, vibration, turning it into something else is like a whole different thing. And since I act off inspiration, and this is something I just do, I know I act off inspiration. Okay, so if I act off inspiration, how can I get inspired? Felt like a really big like inspiration wave lately. Like the demos I have for my album honestly sound really good. I really love them. I think they sound really good. I have my album and I'm sitting here, I'm like, man, if I want to get this done in June, I want this album done in June, and I'm working 2 jobs, because this is my mindset when I was out there, and I'm working 2 jobs, and how am I gonna manage this? And I'm tired, and I'm like, so much. Not that I have literally no obligation right now. I have everything in front of me. I'm like, let's just fucking go. Let's go. Because I had this mindset last year, and I don't want to use it as an excuse, but maybe to show how human I am and how experiences really not fumble, but kind of like make you wait for the things to happen. But what if you are waiting, or like anytime you're like, I really want something, and it shuts you down? It's like, I know you want this, and since you want this is the direction we have to go to get this. Instead of seeing it as like, oh, it's never gonna happen, it's like, no, it is happening. It's going to happen, and you're on the way over there. Maybe you're just it's gonna happen. You're gonna get there. It's just like, what an interesting turn of events, because these things happen and I'm growing and I'm getting somewhere, and I'm growing and I'm getting somewhere, and I'm growing and I'm getting somewhere. My light died. Guys, we're down bad, really. Even though this room is super messy, it's super doable for me to get my PC in here and start making music. I don't want to resisting what's going on, going with the flow, or am I don't know. I literally don't know what I'm doing. I'm sure I'll make the right decision. I know I'm going in the right direction, but I still don't know. But just because you don't know something doesn't mean it's not happening, or that it's not real, or that it's occurring. Just because you don't know doesn't mean doesn't exist. I really just want to put my PC in here and make it a little makeshift fucking thing, but then I'm like, but then boom, I have my stuff. There's no like feel to it, you know? It's too easy. I want to feel it out. I want to clear things out, clean things up, have this pin, put everything up, have a brand new thing instead of just starting where I was before I left. I want everything to be different, because it's fun that way. It's like, I've lived this life. These walls have been gray since 2020, and these clouds that were painted up behind me were from an old best friend, and we're not friends anymore. Like, I lived this life. I've lived this chapter. I lived with that bookshelf. I've lived here. I've done this chapter, and so I guess I'm just making that transition right now. So I'm like, I could just start, but it's like, not there yet. Like, I don't feel like I'm there yet. If you watched my last video and now you're watching this video, I hope you can see the duality of human. Just because one thing's happening right now doesn't mean it's gonna really affect me while I'm moving forward, because I'm like, I'm gonna feel this as much as I can. I'm gonna be in this, because even if I'm happy or sad, this is still happening. These boxes are still here. I still have to go put all my clothes upstairs. Oh, they're so heavy. Put all my clothes. I get to clean my closet, right? This is the type of mindset shit I'm trying. It's like, if I'm gonna be upset about it, it's like, no, like, I get to color code my closet again. I get to see what clothes I really want in there, and what my new wardrobe really looks like in there, and how that looks different, and I get to do things. So even if I'm sad or not sad or whatever, it's still happening. It's not like this thing isn't happening. It's happening. It's happening. It happened, and it will be happening. It's happened. It's going on currently in our lives. It's going on. Giving up is not a bad thing. I think I made a really great choice. I feel really good. I feel really aligned. I feel loved. I saw so many of my friends already, and each of them missed me so much, and it just made me feel like it's further convinced me that my presence is heavy. Like, I have a very strong presence. Like, I'm not my friend's leaving. No, it's like, man, they're leaving. I can't wait to see even more of my friends and see them succeed and make more friends. And I already made a new friend out here, and I haven't even been out here for a week yet. I hope these 2 videos side by side really just kind of show you, hey, shit's rough. Shit's rough, but doesn't mean it can't be good, right? Doesn't mean it can't be good, rough, right? Like, pause, but doesn't mean it can't be a good thing. Like, these things can coexist. I think we're so divided, we even divide up our, like, feelings. You know what I mean? Like, these things can't coexist. Anything can coexist. There's always a balance to everything, always a middle ground, always. Like, everything can truly coexist. But we don't make our feelings coexist. That's kind of weird. I feel like we should coexist our fucking emotions and shit or something. No, but that really sucked, and I agreed with that. You saw me crying in my other video, but just because I felt those emotions doesn't mean that these can't come up. Like, I knew this was gonna happen. I knew that this is how I felt, because anytime I've been in a situation similar in similar fashion, it sucks. But I'm like, oh yeah, Like, I feel really good after. I feel really refreshed. I feel cleansed. I feel very good. I feel very good. I feel very good. I feel very magnetic, vibrational, up, up, up. I feel very positive. I feel very good, very good, very good. Like, I don't know how much more I can emphasize that, really. Because it's just true. And I feel it in my body, and it's really nice. It's just nice to be at a certain state. So, yeah, I can do this, but I get to listen to my music, fixate on something, think of ideas. Anyway, I've talked enough. Have such a good one. Thank you. Bye.